Hey everybody, my name's Kyle, and this is Track by Track, music reviews, news, and commentary. Grace by Jeff Buckley is an album I truly cherish. It's a singular piece of work that was arguably ahead of its time, a modern musical masterpiece that would take years to become recognized as such. It's the perfect blend of Zeppelin-esque rock stylings with a contemporary flair, all wrapped around Buckley's transcendent, octave-spanning vocals. And of course, all of this becomes elevated to near mythological levels following Buckley's tragic death in 1997. So, with as much affection and reverence as I have for the music on that album, the idea of an EDM remix of one of those songs is not something I would have instinctively welcomed. I know many of you have similar feelings about this album, and the very thought of hearing Buckley's voice over a four-on-the-floor dance beat may make you physically ill. That wasn't necessarily my initial reaction to the news that electronic artist Zedd had remixed Buckley's Dream Brother, but I'll admit I winced at the thought. I have to say, though, that it has always been my position that no music is so sacred that it must not be touched or altered or reinterpreted. And after all, if you do feel that way, consider the fact that 3 tracks on Grace are indeed reinterpretations of someone else's music, not the least of which is his now classic version of Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah. So I feel like we do need to let the pendulum swing in the other direction as well and give Zedd the benefit of the doubt, or at least the benefit of listening before applying uninformed prejudice. If you're unfamiliar with most EDM artists, as I largely am, you may not know anything about Zedd. Coincidentally enough, this isn't the first time I've talked about him on this channel. His album Clarity was in fact the final selection in my original Great 28 series back in 2018. Ironically, Jeff Buckley's Grace also made an appearance on that very same countdown, so this isn't the first time they've shared space in my musical consciousness. So, with my interest piqued, I gave the Zedd EDM mix of Jeff Buckley's Dream Brother a listen, approaching that endeavor with as much of an open mind as possible. Now, as is always the case with this sort of thing, personal taste absolutely comes into play, and your mileage may vary. I already liked both of these artists, but that didn't mean I expected a miraculous moment of, hey, you got your Zedd in my Jeff Buckley, you got your Jeff Buckley on my Zedd. Is it two great tastes that taste great together? Well, I have to admit, I don't hate it, and upon repeat listens, I actually think it works pretty well. If you feared the worst and that this would be another repetitive, sample-heavy exercise, rest assured it is not that at all. The melody is fully intact, with Buckley's trademark vocals left largely unaffected and elements of his guitar work shining through. Ultimately, I find the end result is far better than it has any right to be, and for that, I give balanced credit to both artists. Of course, I have no doubt there will be some of you that will feel this lands more on the "there, I ruined it for you" side of things, and I get it. That's totally fair. But there's part of me here that thinks Jeff would actually dig this a lot. If you know anything about Buckley's wide-ranging personal musical tastes, I think you might agree. And if anything, it makes me not only want to go back and spin Grace for the millionth time, but also dig further into Zedd as well. So have an open mind and go give this track a listen. Good or bad, I'm curious to hear what you all think about it. So be sure to leave your thoughts down in the comments section below. Once again, my name's Kyle, and this has been Track by Track. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.